Hello. Okay. Whew. Immediately, I feel myself getting drowsy just by pressing on these start. What the fuck, man? What the fuck is wrong with me? I press the go live button and I immediately feel drowsy. I immediately feel like I want to go to sleep and feel lazy. All right, today we're gonna be talking about Spider-Man Home, No Way Home, No Homecoming. All right, all right, and go. All right. Alright, wait. Alright. Oh, it's there already. Nice. Alright. Alright, we started gonna talk about Spider-Man. 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 Alright. Number one, best Goblin still. Green Goblin. Freaking awesome. It's just really good to be able to understand the aspects. Well, that would be really good to be able to understand what the symbolism was as to each villain and what they stand for or what they are as a counter thesis to what Spider-Man is. But let's first understand what is Spider-Man, like who is Spider-Man when it comes to everything else as a hero and what he is, what he stands for. Well, let's just say friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, right? That would be a really cool way to be able to start things off and be able to say, "Hey, Spider-Man is like this, like that." Okay. Anyways, things. Today's agenda is man's, uh you know, action, story, and look. Action, the story, and look. Look, I love the freaking first part of it when he was swinging. Dude, I've never seen the action. Wait, swinging through New York, swinging through New York City, and with MJ, that was fun to watch. Anything else? The look, night scenes look like night struggling to struggling to watch it. Oh, it's swinging to New York. What kind of action that we kind of want to talk about here in this movie? Like stunts or things. Let's see. It's just a bunch of CGI freaking things, right? Electro looks good. looks good. The fight with the Doc Ock fight. The Doc Ock fight was nice. But like everything when it comes to like action or everything else that it stands for, the coolest part was like with them swinging throughout New York City. Maybe because like there's just this practical aspect towards like that is added towards the scene or the action, right? Because I think they shot it practically the way she was like they were like just really swinging around New York, like they were really swinging around something, and that like is that it seems like a crazy ass freaking things, and that's why it's like very nice to be able to like see it through its action. Anything else that looks good around it when it comes to its action? Yeah, it's just a bunch of CGI. Like anything else besides that is just a bunch of CGI freaking things, man. Like I can't. There's just nothing to be able to like. There's just nothing that stands out that like makes me remember things. Maybe it's a problem when it comes to me. Just I need to pay more attention towards the action that I'm watching. Right? Like what kind of things should I be paying attention to? Maybe it's a me problem when it comes to like finding what is good when it comes to the action. Right? So it's kind of look at this. You know, the Iron Spider looks so good. Iron Spider looks good. Looks so good. Iron Spider looks so good. It's a great ass freaking aspect towards it. But it's overall what really matters here is there are like a lot of crazy ass freaking things when it comes to the movie. Like the night mode. Like the suits look so good. Like oh my god, I keep forgetting the mirror dimension fight. Yeah, the mirror dimension like combat. Oh my god, yeah, it was a thrill ride. But it's just geometry, and you have like a fucking crazy ass calculator in that freaking suit. You know, it's another suit. By the time he fights Strange, it's another suit. Yeah, it's another suit. It's like downgrading. As the oh wait, he went Iron Spider again. Was he? No, no, no. It's not Iron Spider. It's a different suit. By the time he like, by the time what the fuck he went through so many suits. Oh, he upgraded with another nano suit. He upgraded again, but it's not like a nanobot. At this freaking part already, like Stark Industries is like falling into pieces and getting like chopped up and distributed to a lot of freaking buyers. So the problem when it comes to this is just Peter can no longer access the network when it comes to it, and it's just like Friday is kind of it's pretty kind of useless when it comes to it. When it comes to action, do we like include nah man the freaking holy fucking shit man that is very pretty. Wow. Like Spider-Man in the rain? Oh my god, Spider-Man in the rain. No, it's Spider-Man in the rain. And the final fight. The final fight looks nice. The final fight looks nice. The final fight looks nice. I like that I like the joke where he said, damn, of all the action that freaking happened in this freaking movie, The only thing that I get like that's the only thing that stand out is him like the swinging throughout New York. This one, he went to four different suits: Iron Spider, Black the night suit, and then another third one when it comes to like fighting Strange. There's this the basic one, and then it with like a little bit of nanotechnology added towards it, which is like an upgrade. There's four freaking suits. He went through four freaking suits in this freaking in the movie, which is kind of crazy. I didn't even notice that. I'm just skimming towards it, like trying to review, like 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 a cram school or something, and like a cramming freaking person. But I want to like be able to like do this in YouTube because like by the time I was like, there's a problem when it comes to me when it comes to explaining things and trying to like talk to things much more better because like I want to do it here like live and freaking raw because I kind of like want to tell the story as it goes by as I figure it out too, you know. And I kind of want to tell that here towards you as I like going towards everything else. And yeah, it seems like that is the way for me to be able to do it. And sometimes when it comes to doing prepping or like having an outline ready, it's just like having an outline ready or like having like something already ready for you to be able to like skip at or to be able to like look at or like a bunch of talking points ready to be able to like talk about it. It's just like it doesn't seem to fit into whatever it is that I'm doing, you know? I know like sometimes when it comes to those things it's much more better so that I won't be like when it comes to this style the problem is like looping the running out of things to be able to say and all those freaking things. But I'm trying to practice yapping and be able to like actually express myself and talk up things about more things like as time goes on and be able to like express more and be able to like talk more about it. But yeah, that's the thing that I'm trying to do here. And yeah, looking at that Spider-Man, there's so much to be able to talk about, like having three Spider-Mans, like Daily Bugle. Daily Bugle is already now Daily Fix. Jonah Jameson. James Jonas Jameson. Mr. Jameson. The Green Goblin suit looks nice. Yeah, it doesn't like the Doc Ock. Alright. Alright, let's just you know what? The Iron Spider was like so freaking good when it comes to like fighting Doc Ock and like having like freaking more arms towards him and like they're fighting each other. And seems like really cool. The best part about this is Doc Ock and the way they still like honor like the, the action. The action swinging through New York, that was the best freaking part. But anything else besides this, Electro looks good. It's just look like night scenes. Four different suits. Four suits. Uh, oh my god, different. Did I? Oh, four different suits. Like the look about Spider Man in the rain, looking at the news. Spider Man in the rain, looking at the news. That was something. Swinging through New York again. Swinging through New York. Swinging to New York. One of the best freaking things ever. Um, what else? Like two Spider Man. Like two Spider Man. Like when Peter meets Peters. When Peter meets the Peters, you know? When Peter 2 and 3 meets Peter 1, like, bah, that was so much freaking hype. And then when it comes to action, well, there's just this freaking aspect to it, nostalgia. I like when it comes to the nostalgia factor. I like the expansion on. I like the expansion on Doc Ock. I like the expansion on Doc Ock because, like, for me, still Spider-Man 2 is like the best freaking Spider-Man out there. Like, it's just the best freaking story, like, so far. When it comes to Spider-Man, not Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2 is like somehow still the best. A lot of people like hold it like still one of the best freaking Spider-Mans. And I kind of like it because of the way Doc Ock is being portrayed as a villain, you know? It's just somebody just going through freaking madness and going through all of those things. And still, that is like somehow the theme when it comes to the Sam Raimi ones, right? Like the first one and second one, like Green Goblin losing their freaking minds again, like descending into freaking evil and all those freaking things. I like freaking Doc Ock being like some mentor figure towards like Spider Man, towards Peter Parker, and be able to like do all of these things, and someone being able to like almost beat him, like probably beaten him in those freaking ways. And it has the most iconic shot where is it Spider Man 2, the iconic shot, the train? Wait, yes, train scene. It has the train scene. Yeah. It has the most iconic train scene. Okay. It has the most iconic train scene in it. It's crazy though. Like Doc Ock, nostalgia, Doc Ock number one. Green Goblin number two. Doc Ock and Green Goblin number two because those are like the Spider Man that I grew up with. Uh but it isn't like the Spider Man that I somehow be able to like really like. I don't know, man. It's like there's just something that you experience when you're a kid that is just like part of your freaking childhood already. Like the first Spider Man was part of my freaking childhood. The Doc Ock one, I kind of like barely even remember anything about it. It's just I should like rewatch it. And yeah, I should rewatch it. But my experience towards it, like I feel like Doc Ock is like one of the best. Uh, anything like any further nostalgia freaking factors towards it is like we get to see Electro, Lizard and Electro. See, they gotta be seeing like Amazing Spider-Man doesn't have really fucking good freaking villains except Electro. Electro, like they have another Green Goblin there, but they just like don't want to add another more Green Goblin. Rhino. Who else is in there? Lizard, Rhino, Electro. Like Electro was nice, man. Electro is nice to be able to like do this in freaking Spider-Man. That's his rogue freaking gallery. But really, like the Craven. Like I didn't know that Craven was like a really good freaking villain towards like Spider-Man because like he's an hunter. There's also Null, Craven. Null is like really good because it's just like crazy insane. There's also this like certain kind of predator towards spiders who is kind of like a vampire. Is it Null? I don't know, man. There are like crazy other villains when it comes to Sandman. We forgot Sandman. See, when it comes to like villain, the Sam Raimi ones were like really still there, man. They were really still there, and then they taken like somehow Disney's taken Sam Raimi, and Sam Raimi like makes freaking shitty as I. Let me say it this one forever. Like let me say this thing in advance. I don't think the Sam Raimi like Multiverse of Madness was like fucking awful, man. I don't think it was like I didn't think it was like that freaking awful. It was freaking awful because how they were able to like do things when it comes to like the technicalities towards it, right? Okay. Anyways, when it comes to this action, okay, let's just put action towards the technicalities as to power scaling, how freaking good it is, right? How how much did I stretch my disbelief? How much did I suspend my disbelief in every freaking fight or every freaking action freaking scenes to be able to enjoy Spider-Man No Way Home? In this situation, the question is like Is it? I like. Is the CGI good enough? Right. And for me, the CGI is freaking good enough, and like the scenes are like crazy insane because they were able to like see Spider-Man is like on a superhuman level, right? He's be able to like withstand, has durability, and be able to like withstand certain kinds of things when getting hit by like a lot of things. But it's like you're seeing this towards like Green Goblin like being able to tank punches from Spider-Man that aren't just like held back, right? No, Green Goblin not being like turned into a freaking pulp by being like, punched by like Spider Man who can like rip off a door from a car or like who can like pick up a car with his bare hands. That amount of freaking strength like laying down on you is crazy insane. But we're seeing Green Goblin have like supernatural abilities when it comes to whatever it is that's going on with him too. Uh there's just really good as parts when it comes to these freaking things, and when it comes to action disbelief, suspending disbelief is just it's pretty good. So story, story wise, okay, let's just go to the story immediately, right? Because there's like I like freaking Spider-Man because there's like a lot to talk about whatever this is going on when it comes to this freaking movie. Which you have every freaking villain that is like let's just start with the theory that every freaking villain that was shown here creates an antithesis to what Spider-Man is, right? I'm saying that, right? So when it comes to the story, like, what does every villain represents something? Okay, Doc Ock, Goblin, Doc Ock, Goblin, Sandman, Electro, and Lizard. That's just five of them, right? Doc Ock, Goblin, Sandman, Electro. Did I miss anybody? No, that's much. When it comes to freaking Doc Ock, it's just like what is Spider-Man? Like everything else, they create an antithesis or like they create conflict towards whatever it is that is going on inside freaking Spider-Man, right? Goblin probably is morality, like Spider-Man's freaking morality, and like being able to like keep it together. But sometimes it comes they're tracking Spider-Man's morality. When it comes to Doc Ock, it's is a technical freaking aspect. How do I say this? Doc Ock is like madness or being able to like keep it healthy. Like in sense of morality, doing what's right and what's freaking wrong, right? And all those freaking things. Like all of them, like probably like represents like freaking morality. But what really is like Goblin is targeting is really freaking morality, right? Freaking Sandman sometimes we don't see a lot of freaking things when it comes to like these freaking people. Whatever it is that they're targeting towards like Spider-Man or like whatever it is that they're trying to tear down for freaking Spider-Man as a freaking villain. When it comes to Doc Ock, what does he do? What does he do as like somehow as a villain to be able to like tear down from our boy Peter Parker? Um, he's trying to tear like yeah, let's just go later when it comes to Lizard. What about Lizard? Okay, let's start with freaking Lizard. Like, what do we get from him? He just wants to make somebody make over, turns everybody wants to turn everybody into a freaking lizard. Freaking physicality, right? Physicality or the way evolution or like pushing towards pushing further, right? Mutation. The mutation being like with yes. It's targeting human. Okay, his humanity or like being a person or being a human being. Not fully going spider. Not fully going spider. Electro is like targeting whatever it is that is going on, but legacy. Well, when it comes to being Stark Legacy, when it comes to like Electro, but not exactly Stark Legacy, is targeting yeah, Stark Legacy actually. When it comes to Sandman, Sandman is just like being able to like be lost, so it's not there actually as a freaking villain, but you know, like Stark Legacy would be crazy insane when it comes to Electro, like wanting that one. Yeah, Legacy. Oh, let's just say Legacy when it comes to freaking Electro. Like being able to like change yourself to be able to like it's like his opportunity to be able to use whatever it is that was given to him or was left for him, the things that were left for him, the way he was able to use it into something else. He was able to use it for good and all those freaking things, but Electro wants to use those freaking legacy, Stark's legacy, right? Let's just say Tony's legacy. Tony's legacy. Nine, it's Tony's legacy. And when it comes to Sandman, Sandman is just when it comes to Goblin, it's just morality, man. Like where do we gotta push it towards it? Doc Ock and Sandman doesn't seem to be able to like be truly villains in this situation. So what is the conflict when it comes to them? They add more to whatever it is that's going on. But when it comes to Doc Ock, he was like easily be able to like confront it because of technicality, right? No, this technical freaking aspect, his like superiority when it comes to being able to technical it. Like his technical superiority when it comes to yes, his superiority in his freaking suits, right? He's very superior because Iron Spider was like really fucking good, but he was able to like tear it down too during those freaking fight, during the fight with freaking Doc Ock. Like after that one, there's no more Iron Spider. Iron Spider suit no longer in use, right? It disabled the Iron Spider suit to be able to be used further into the freaking story or towards the future. And when it comes to Sandman, it's just um what do you call this thing? When it comes to Sandman, it's just reason. Yes. When it comes to reason, it's just like Sandman is just there wanting to be able to like lost and wanting to be able to go back when it comes to his uh no, like Spider-Man's reason, really? No, really, it needs much more better thing to be able to like go into consider this theory or thesis that I'm like this theory that I have. Sandman. What does Sandman do? Usually, like he's just like wherever he sides on, he freaking wins. So it's just like wherever Sandman sides on, yeah. Wherever Sandman signs on in the conflict, the conflict freaking wins. That's where like Sandman stands. But like he can be swayed between both freaking sides. So it's just like for me, like what does it do? Like when somebody is like that, when you have like a force or like a power to be able to like that, what is the conflict between you towards it? What is this conflict that you had to be able to like? What is the conflict that you need to be able to overcome to be able to like go further, right? Hey, it's good. So like when it comes to Sandman, there's a conflict in there. What's the conflict that you need to be able to like overcome to be able to like convince Sandman to be on your side and all those freaking things. Uh, that was like the first freaking matches, or like that was the thing that he was able to like do so that they will be like compliant for the rest of the freaking thing towards the freaking movie. So Sandman again, what does he do? Like for me, Sandman, like reason, right? For like Peter to be like be able to be reasonable, to be able to like adhere reason towards Sandman, to be able to like side with him. Yes, sometimes reason like adds something towards like morality, but not everything that is moral is not everything that is like rightfully moral towards a one person is reasonable towards a lot of freaking people. Because what's reasonable when it comes to fighting freaking Green Goblin, or like what's reasonable when it comes to for him to be able to like fight him and everything else, is to uh beat the shit out of him and like fucking beat the shit out of him and freaking cure him. Well, the actually reasonable way to be able to do that is just like leave them everybody else, like the rest of the freaking everybody else, to like let them go back to their timeline and let them die. But nonsense, listen. I don't. Yeah, yeah, I don't do that. Well, sure, sure, I follow. Just let me get me. Just let me get through whatever it is that I'm talking about here. So when it comes to these survive freaking things, right? There's like drinking things that are just going on when it comes to everybody else, and and when it comes to that, like, when it comes to that, he was able to like be able to like successfully go through everything else, which is the hardest part would be probably Green Goblin, because it's like really targeting his morality like from the start already, right? Like we see this already from the start. Like he was there targeting freaking Aunt May, like going towards his softer side, going to his being able to like he wasn't even wanting him to like go get wanting to put the goblin into the freaking prison, because it was like he feels he showed the freakier side of him, like the other persona was like popping up, but like we don't know until later on that the darker side, or the goblin, was like being able to like observe whatever it is that's going on when it comes to the consciousness of Norman Osborn. That was like really good way to be able to understand like whatever this is going on, and be able to like oops, it popped up later on when it comes to like them fixing each other. But that was like really nice to be able to like see when it comes to like Goblin's morality, or like the way it's targeting Peter's morality. Now when it comes to Doc Ock and technical thinking aspect, like was able to like successfully do that too when it comes to Peter. Like all of them were able to like tear down a lot of freaking things. Except freaking Sandman. When it comes to like freaking Sandman is like the weakest link when it comes to this theory of mine, that they all like have this conflict, right? When it comes to Sandman having this having reason towards like Peter's reasoning when it comes to everything else. Well, he wasn't able to like reason towards Sandman, because Sandman just wants to go freaking home, but they wasn't able to like convince him to be able to stand down and like side with him. Electro is Tony's freaking legacy that was being targeted with the use of the arc reactor, lizard humanity being human, yes, not really going spider. But it wasn't like he wasn't it didn't go full spider. That actually probably lizard, but like lizard seems to be able to like be there for like a few moments or like scenes in like a couple of freaking seconds. So we don't like have that much be able to like stand on, or to be able to like truly get on. But like most of the dialogue that he has was like being able to like change somebody into like a lizard anyways. So and like past experiences towards other freaking spiders. So that's when it comes to like entire freaking story and what it represents in this freaking situation. What I really like to talk about was freaking Goblin, because Goblin is like really, really nice. It was a really good freaking villain, or like a really good, very main antagonist when it comes to him in this situation, that he needed the guidance of like other freaking Peter Parkers towards to be able to like go through it and be able to understand that in the grand aspects of some things and in the greater line of everything else. And when it comes to greater line of everything else, when it comes to a lot of freaking things that they have in common as freaking Spider-Man, or what it is that they do, what it is that actually is Spider-Man, like what do they do when it comes to other freaking things, is that they do the freaking, they stand over and become the freaking hero. Because like he could have like after all freaking odds, he sees all these freaking people who was like the potential to be able to really outpower him and overwhelm him, which they did. They like when they all work together and like only Spider-Man, only Peter won. Only Tom Holland, or like, Peter Tom, or when Peter Tom, when Peter Tom was able to like say when he decided to be able to like help all of these freaking people, he knows the freaking stakes that are at hand and the risks that he's freaking taking to be able to like help these freaking people, but he's still be able to decide and be able to help all these freaking things because of his freaking morality, right? The morality that the goblins is freaking targeting to be able to like tear down, and he was like able to tear it down. It's just like really good to be able to do those in the constant situation. And so that was like really freaking good to be able to know. And yeah, in the movie it was like that. And as the movie progresses, we see this downgrade. You see the downgrade of the freaking suits. Like the downgrade of the freaking suits, the loss of like a lot of freaking things. Because this freaking movie, he like keeps losing and losing and losing and losing until he was able to like start over again because he was given a fresh start because he can never contain what he is, so becomes this Spider-Man that he is as to continue. He needs to be able to like freaking symbolically die, and one of that freaking ways is for everybody else to forget about him. Because in this situation, the way he is living or the way he exists in the freaking world or in the universe is dragging all these freaking problems towards him because he has like a lot of freaking things to be able to do. Because Disney said so. Or like a greater freaking aspect as to why all this freaking trouble is dragging towards him in this situation is just because of probably Tony's freaking legacy too, you know? It wasn't like in this situation he needed to become like a new man or a man in himself too. Like somebody to be able to like actually become him and no longer be able to like not be the just the suit, right? Because that is like somehow when it comes to like Spider-Man's freaking problem is just he is the suit or Tony Stark freaking Jr. All things that the Spider-Man thing is that we're able to do like after this one were given a great freaking reset toward being Spider-Man and being himself. That's just not a really good freaking theory as to why, right? When it comes to like as to understanding the freaking story in a much more deeper freaking level and then add more depth toward it. Because that's what I'm trying to do. Well, we have freaking time to add more freaking depth toward it. But yeah, it's just loss after loss after loss after loss until freaking rebirth or like rebirth through freaking death, and that's when he was to do this. But like loss after loss, he lost Iron Spider, he lost his freaking suits, uh, he lost the technical freaking aspect to be able to like win. He, lo- he lost freaking reason because he's so unreasonable. Like Sandman become so unreasonable that just like trying to like tear out the entire freaking thing. I don't know what the fuck the Sandman is doing at the final fight in the Statue of Liberty. So that's really good because there's no fucking reason as to why he would like fight everybody else. Uh, which is a freaking plot hole by itself, by the way. Electro. Yeah, they lost everything. He lost freaking Tony's legacy. The Fabricator is freaking gone. Um, The lizard humanity's being not human, not fully going spider. Well, the thing that he had left was his humanity because lizard wasn't able to like do anything else because he was like completely, it was like contained immediately by Doctor freaking Strange. But that was like really good. The conflict between him and Doctor Strange, there's like a really good freaking action about it. By the way, that we forgot about is his spider sense. He was like soul punch. He was like soul punch, and it was like his soul was like separated from his body, was but his body is still acting on its freaking own and still like trying to like get that thing away from Doctor Strange, which is like a really good buff or a really good situation to be able to understand and like put on like Spider-Man's Spider-Man's power scale, right? Be able to understand like he's able to do this and significantly nerfed Doctor Strange when it comes to his freaking magic, or the understanding of freaking magic when it comes to like the greater ass freaking things in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is just not truly there yet. We don't really understand what is going on. It's real, but it's not real. Just like what Ned, what the fuck is this? The man. Oh, I still forget. Uh, um, oh shit. What the fuck is his name? Ma- Oh my god. Uh, fuck. Fuck. Ned. Ned. Oh, his name is Ned. Damn. And that's just that. To be silent, quiet for a little bit. Alright. Anything else? Anything else? Yeah, the tearing down of the character of freaking Spider-Man and turning into a new Spider-Man. That's actually death and rebirth when it comes to like a greater freaking story towards whatever it is that is going on here. Okay. No, okay. Okay. That's just really crazy. Yeah, and that's the story of freaking Spider-Man No Way Home. And all of this is just really good as be able to understand it. And I thought I had more to be able to like say towards it, but it's just that, you know, yeah, they're tearing down everything else, everything, and they got torn down except his humanity, which is like really still there because Lizard was incapacitated for most of it. And the conflict between Spider-Man and Doctor Strange is just magic versus science, and like somehow the confirmation again where when it comes to crazy as freaking things, we'll come to a point in time where science is indistinguishable from magic, where science gets too freaking advanced that it seems like it's indistinguishable by freaking magic. And that was the thing he was able to like do in this situation. He was able to like use geometry to be able to like maneuver towards sealing 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 what the fuck, Doctor Strange in the mirror dimension. Yeah, it's nice. That was that. And geometry. Like somehow be able to use Archimedes spirals. What the fuck are Archimedes spirals? I don't freaking know, man. There's just no way he's doing all the meltdown calculations all in his freaking head. Nah, the suit has freaking calculator. The suit must have like a calculator in it. There's just no way. The suit must have like a calculator in it, man. There's just no way he's just doing it all in his head. Probably he's doing it all in his head, man. That would be crazy insane. If he's doing it all in his head. Yeah. But the tearing down of freaking Spider-Man and everything else, up to the death of freaking Aunt May, yes. The death of freaking Aunt May tore down everything else from him, and like somehow whatever it is that they stand for or whatever it is, you know, it's what do you call this? A canon event. They call it a canon event, right? When it comes to freaking the Spider Verse, they call it the canon event. Aunt May dying is a canon event. Freaking Spider Man actually actualizing himself as Spider Man, and after all this freaking time, he becomes Spider-Man after those words. Like we don't understand. This is a kind of the craziest freaking thing to be able to understand. But maybe just maybe, Spider-Man becomes Spider-Man after those words are being said to him. After the great with great power comes great responsibility. When those things are like told towards like one person or towards Spider-Man, that's when that's when his journey becomes to actualizing himself as Spider-Man, not everything else before. Which is kind of crazy because he was already like he's being called Spider-Man before that, but he was able to like reset and die and live another life as Spider-Man because they everybody forgot that he is Spider-Man, and that's just like one aspect towards it. That is, yeah, like of all of this freaking movie, we finally get to like be hearing that those freaking words, right, on the third freaking movie. It is like a good subversion to the trope of Spider-Man. Like Spider-Man is like the Batman of like Marvel. He's like the Batman of Marvel when it comes to freaking sales, when it comes to the golden boy, that being treated as the golden boy of freaking comics, right? He has this iconic origin freaking story of like with great power comes great responsibility when Uncle Ben freaking dies, but it's just like there's this trope and always there, but this time around it's May, and it's just really nice. It's a good subversion to be able to know that, but it's just like oof. Yeah, after she said that, dude, when I watched this, when my first time watching this, after she said that, she was like, "Oh fuck, she's gonna die." Like after she said that, like in the freaking movie theater when I was like watching it, I was freaking know I knew it already when I was like, "Oh shit, somebody's gonna fucking die." And then the freaking death scene, you see the freak, dude. Tom Holland really like poured it, like really performed, like really shown what it's like to be like really shown like what it's like, or like really acted the shit out of that freaking scene, man. Like, bruh, it felt like actual freaking loss when like watching it. You know, speaking, let me go for a tangent a little bit because like speaking of those freaking things, there are like kinds of freaking. I've watched this freaking movie. I've watched this freaking movie called Tayo sa Wakas. I watched this movie called Tayo sa Wakas, and my goodness, the fucking acting. Just when they were crying on the freaking scene, just because they were freaking crying, okay? Just because of the actors freaking crying or being in this very emotional scene between them, It's completely unreasonable why they are freaking emotional. The entire freaking story is fucking fucked. There's no point. It just doesn't make sense in my head logically as to what is going on. But I am connected there emotionally. Like somehow logically, like during those these freaking reasons as to why they should be crying, as to why this conflict is being resolved, as to why they are doing this towards each other, like showing their love towards each other. These two freaking characters, it's completely unreasonable when it comes to like me like watching it. But yet I'm there emotionally for them, which is kind of crazy. They're just kind of fucking crazy. I've never felt that way before. But here in Spider-Man, we know. I know. I was there. The first time I watched it, I was there emotionally. I was there freaking logically. I was like, it makes perfect freaking sense why he's freaking crying and all these freaking things. It just freaking clicked. It's just really good when it comes to against Spider-Man. But like rewatching it again is still freaking hitting me, man. Now, actually, when it comes to rewatching again, the part when I was freaking crying is just like Spider-Man going into the cafe. Spider-Man going to the cafe. He was like rehearsing this. He was rehearsing his freaking lines and trying to go to freaking MJ and be able to like fulfill his freaking promise towards her before they forget about him, right? Because he said, I'm gonna make you remember me, and I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna make you remember me, right? That's what it's like. It's fucking promise. And then he went freaking there. And it's like, hi, my name is Peter Parker. And the way he froze, the way he looked at her, the way he froze, every single bit in that freaking scene just fucking keeps hitting me, man. That freaking scene and the it's what we do. When they were like going on, he was like trying to think of these other freaking spiders as to what they have done for him, but he cannot. He doesn't have the freaking words to be able to like say those. But that like one of those freaking guys said, "It's what we do." What did who said it? Was it Andrew or was it? And so we have 8 minutes left. Wait, let me just go back to that freaking scene. Wait, let me just. Five suits, by the way. He didn't go to four suits. He went to five suits. Five. Yeah. At 2:09:35. That. Yeah. Not 2:09. It's 2:28. Around 2:28. That. Yes, that when it was like, fuck that. The way it looked like that keeps getting me, man. That keeps hitting me. Because she doesn't know jack shit. She doesn't know jack shit about everything. But you know, when they know, they get involved as to everything else that you have to be able to do. And when they get involved, they get freaking hurt. And they might probably freaking die like Aunt May. But you're just like, no. Right? Like, no, they might freaking die like Aunt May. It's like, no. Not this time around. Probably like that's what is going on when it comes to everything else because everybody that gets involved when it comes to Spider Man, they have the possibility of freaking dying because they are not Spider Man. It's either that or they turn into a freaking villain. Turn into a super villain and tries to kill Spider Man. Everybody that gets close gets hurt. That's just freaking one of the hardest freaking things ever, man. Yeah, two 228, like at 2:28:09. That's what the that's what the timestamp. That was the timestamp. What's like going towards me. So it's probably that, or just he cares so much. I don't know why. That's probably one of the greatest freaking like one of those mysterious freaking decisions as to why he didn't just freaking say it towards like uh MJ, right? But understanding that, and then later on when it comes to like with they show freaking May on the freaking ground, you will understand like, oh, it's because Aunt May, Tony Stark, like loss after loss. There's like a lot of freaking loss like coming in when it comes to this freaking movie, man. Holy shit. Uh, yeah, yeah, that's just freaking crazy. Morality too, save everyone. 4 freaking minutes. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna end it here. I think I'm gonna end it here. Like, there's so much to talk about freaking Spider-Man yet. I think I've talked enough. You know, I think I've said enough to be able to like understand, to be able to uh show my understanding towards this freaking movie. And overall, it's a great freaking movie. I put it at 8.9. 8.9 or 8.6? 86. 86. It's an 86 because we don't get to see much of Lizard. Nah, I'm just kidding. It's probably 8.9. It's 8. Ah, man. It's 8.9 when it comes to nostalgia freaking factor and like hitting me with that nostalgia. The ending stuck so hard for me. The ending was so good for me that it's just like it's still scratching to my heart, like it feels very personal as to what the ending is towards me, to whatever it is that's happened. And yeah. Okay. Yeah, and that's probably it. 58 minutes. That's Spider-Man No Way Home. What's next after No Way Home? Is it like Doctor Strange? We get to see America Chavez. Oh my, keep forgetting what America freaking Chavez, man. All reliable America Chavez. Yeah, dude. Oh my freaking gosh, man. You don't freaking understand. Once that card drops in freaking Marvel Snap, dude, she used to be like a 5'8", 5'8" or 5'10", 5 cost card with 10 freaking power or something like that. 5'10", right? She's like a 5'10" freaking client, all reliable because always gonna be at a certain freaking turn. She's like gonna be a pull, but this time she's like a three something, three card. It is a really good Marvel Snap is a really good game. I got addicted to Marvel Snap, but this time when I'm not playing. Should I like play with Marvel Snap again? I think I should go play Marvel Snap again. Oh yeah, I'm gonna follow this guy. Uh, was okay. So that's what they do. Okay. Yeah, that's about it. And okay. Okay. Bye bye.